Today we're playing huntakiller Homicide at the Heist. This game was recommended, so thank you for the recommendation. If you guys want to recommend any other games, go ahead and leave a comment down below and maybe I'll just play it. I did have my eye on this game for a while, so when someone recommended it, I figured I guess it's time to play. Let's start by reading the back of this box. Become an investigator on a thrilling murder mystery. Safecracker Nicky Wagner has been killed in the middle of a high-stakes diamond heist, and his brother Vincent needs your help to figure out what went wrong. The only thing Vincent knows for certain is that the killer had to be a member of Nicky's own crew. But which of them could it have been? And where is the priceless diamond Nicky died for? Do you have what it takes to hunt a killer? So we got 1, examine all the evidence, 2, eliminate the suspects, 3, catch the killer. So if you haven't played huntakiller before or watched me play it before, basically there's going to be a bunch of documents or evidence that you have to go through. If you're familiar with unsolved case files, they give you objectives to solve in order. But for this, I don't believe there are objectives. I think there are certain things you need to solve. One being like they always have a tin can with a lock on it and it's a combination lock. But aside from that, you're just sorting through a bunch of evidence and documents and then you're just coming to the conclusion. All right, let's go ahead and open this up. Also to note, this says difficulty medium and it's 2 diamonds out of 5. Hopefully I won't do too bad. It has been a while since I played huntakiller, so we'll see. So we first have an introduction letter. We will, front and back. We will read this first, but just to go through the contents of the game. Here is that tin can with a 3-digit combination lock. It says Crystal Canyon, rock candy stirring sticks made with pure cane sugar. You can you can already hear the stuff inside. Put that over here. And then we have some brochure. This must be for the diamond. Oh, luxury jewels auction. Okay, so there was an auction. We will go through all this, don't worry. Put that aside over here as well. We have the game manual. I'm probably just going to skim through it right now just to make sure. I'm pretty sure it's similar to the previous games I've played. So they give you a list to make sure you're not missing anything. I will go through this. Objective, your mission in huntakiller Homicide at the Heist is to find the identity of Nicky's killer. Working alone or part of a team, you will need to discover clear means, motives, and opportunity to do so. Only one suspect will have the means, motives, and opportunity to have killed Nicky. So we'll definitely try to go through those 3 categories in order to eliminate certain suspects. Discovering who it is will allow you to identify them as the murderer. To accomplish this, you will need to carefully read each of the documents in the box and the digital documents. So I do have my computer here. Examine the items included as evidence and crack codes hiding key information. So that is one thing I do like about huntakiller. In the previous ones they've played, they actually do give you stuff that you have to crack, either with like a cipher or some sort of puzzle element. All right, let's keep going. Setup, I guess we have to go to this site. So I guess there are some resources there. That's the digital resources they're talking about. The only thing I need to check for is that, yeah, they do have hints on the site. So if we need some help, we'll definitely go there. There's no shame in taking some hints. Code breaking guide. Okay. As you sort through the evidence, you will find several documents that contain encoded messages. When approaching the codes in this box, try to see if you can crack the code on your own. You may be able to work out the method for some puzzles at a glance. Check other documents in the box to see if you can find any clues as to how to solve the puzzle. Some codes may require 2 or more parts to solve. If you're stuck on a puzzle, try coming back to it later. That's very good to know because I could have got stuck on something not knowing I need more info. There might be other evidence you haven't discovered yet that will help you solve it. If all else fails, puzzle hints and solutions can be found at the site. All right. So for the solution, once we have it, I believe we just go to the site. If your answer is incorrect, Vincent will prompt you to try again. If you enter the correct suspect, you'll immediately receive a digital letter, which will provide details about the resolution of the case. All right. So I think we're good here. I'm just going to go very quickly to make sure I have all the evidence. So I'll keep this list over here where I can see it as I go through the rest here. So game manual, letter from Vincent. I believe that's this. Crew dossier. Is this the crew dossier? There's a lot of papers. Oh yeah, dossier, Dolores Price, Teddy King, Dina Morita. So that's 3 people. Is there more? Let's see who else. Nikki Wagner. So that is our victim, right? And then what else? Bug transcript. Is that it? The inventory list says bug transcript, but this is incident report. Okay, so let's just keep going. We have a map. This is the auction hall. I'm just gonna go quickly through this because I'll go through it one by one. This is like the auction thing that you raise up when you want to bid. There's some notes here, some possibly a code that needs to be solved. And then we have, looks like a transcript. This is voice and it's like numbers 2 all the way up to 7. Oh, this is the bug transcript. Okay. So yes, we have that. A newspaper clipping. Oh, in the back. This looks like it's just for this article. Man found dead at auction house and $10 million diamond missing. So we'll go through this. And this is just their brochure for more games. Oh, and can't forget this bracelet here. I don't know if these colors might mean something. There's nothing written on them. Oh, there's a clear one here. All right. Just keep that over here. Now, I always do this ever since Exit the game, where they always keep stuff in the box. I like to check the box just for any hidden clues, even if it means I'm not supposed to see it yet. But it looks like there's nothing here. So now I'll set all this aside. All right, it's gonna get very messy here. All right, so we had our first letter and we'll just go through this first. So it says Nikki's B Arcade on top right. Don't know what that means. Hello, detective. My name is Vincent Wagner and my brother Nicky is dead. They made me identify his body because I am the only family member. It was just us. I need to find out who did it. I can't go to the cops because Nicky and I aren't exactly upstanding citizens. Nicky was part of a team that was trying to steal a diamond and now he's gone. One of them on the crew did it. Nicky was a really skilled safecracker. He was big and bold and he loved the job. I hang back. Some people say hacker, but I just have a knack for finding things out and making things happen from my computer. We never really hurt nobody. Double negative there. It was just our way. Ever since we were kids, you've heard the story, running away from foster care, living on the streets, just trying to survive. But for us, it was real life. And Nicky always watched out for me. If we weren't stealing dinner from a convenience store or running the lost kid gag, we were picking purses and spending all the money at the arcade. It was rough, but we made it. Okay, so does that have to do with Nicky's arcade? So I bugged his phone, sort of. Without going into too much detail, I put something on his phone that would access all the other phones around. I used voice to text, and so I have this transcript of what they were saying before and after the job, but I don't have the audio. I can't tell who's saying what other than Nicky. So that is probably why it says voice number 1, 2, and 7, all the way to 7. But I was able to figure out each individual voice. I labeled them 1 through 7. And luckily, Nicky knew enough about the people he was working with for me to put together a dossier on the whole crew. I added Nicky in there too, so you could know him a little bit. Working through those documents is a good place to start. Okay, so I guess I'll go through that next. There's more on the back. We'll need a place to communicate, and I've dug up some stuff online for you. Go to nickysbarcade.com and type Nicky25 in the space bar or search bar. The website's not real yet, just a thing I've been thinking about. Once you're in, you'll find the autopsy and the crime scene report I was able to pull from the cops. And there's a messenger. That's the best place to contact me when you find Nicky's killer. Oh, okay, so we'll put it in the website here. The auction house was more difficult to hack into than the cops, but I found a mid-level manager who had some online activity they didn't want anyone to know about. I convinced the guy to get me a hard copy of the security report, a bracelet found at the scene, so that's this bracelet, a blueprint of the auction house, and the pamphlet from the event. I threw in a newspaper article too that gives some info after the job went wrong. And then there's this locked box. Nicky would send these to me before a job. He said it was his insurance policy in case something went wrong and he needed leverage over the people he was working with. He would tease me that if it wasn't on a computer, I couldn't figure it out. And he's right. He gave me a hint on the auction paddle, but don't force it open. I popped one of these boxes before and ink sprayed everywhere. I'm pretty sure that's not going to happen to me, but I won't try to brute force it. He texted me later and asked if I blew myself up. Keywords blue there, that's the color. I don't know who did this. I don't know what I'm going to do to them, but that's not important right now. When you find out who killed my brother, send me their name through the messenger I set up. I'll be ready to do what? Vincent. All right. So a couple things, we'll need to go to the site, and then also there's this clue here, blew myself up. So this thing said to go through the dossiers next. So maybe we will go back to the site later. Also, the game manual said there's some digital evidence at this site. So I'm not sure when to access that either. Again, in this game, you can pretty much, it's a free-for-all. You can access whatever you want, read whatever you want in whatever order. But before I do all the digital stuff, I want to go through the physical materials. So we will go through the dossiers next. I'm just going to take some notes here. So I'll just make a note of that, blew myself up, so that when I look at the paddle, I'll remember this. For the site, I'll just refer back to this page. Set that aside here, and we'll go on. So we did have an incident report too. That kind of seems important as well, so I know some rough details about what happened. So actually, I'm going to read that first. So Philax, I don't know how to pronounce this. It's Philax Security is an independent contractor providing security services on site as contracted. This report and all reports generated under contract by, I'm just going to say Philax or Philax. I'll say Philax. Is a product of independent investigation efforts and does not represent itself as law enforcement. Okay, that's good to know. So client Penderson Auction House, prepared by Percy Evans. Is that one of our... No, that has to be someone with the auction house. So this was provided to CBPD. I'm guessing that's the police department. CB, does it say what city we're in? I don't know. It's probably not important. Incident summary. At approximately 9 p.m. on Friday night, an employee discovered the body of an unidentified individual in the storage room. The employee was en route with Philax guards Smith and Rodriguez to access the final lot set to go to auction, a diamond contained within the room safe. So the diamond was in the safe in the room where the body was found. The individual was discovered within the high-value locker, having evidently gained access to the cordoned off safe in the area. The individual appears to have opened the safe and replaced the blue Sardis diamond that was supposed to be auctioned off that evening with a blue cubic zirconia replica. Oh, does that have to do with blew myself up too? Police were contacted by the Penderson employee at 9:03 p.m. and arrived within 10 minutes to interview witnesses. It was later discovered that Philax guard Johnson had been rendered unconscious, potentially with a chemical dart in the surveillance room. Philax guard Simmer, who was posted outside the rear exit, was rendered unconscious in a similar fashion. Wait till we have Smith, Rodriguez. So there's two other guards, Johnson and Simmer. Philax guards Mueller and Rush, assigned to the high-level storage area, reported being struck with darts, but were not significantly affected. They were then physically assaulted and rendered unconscious. Before guard Rush was knocked out, they enacted automatic security protocols remotely. It was later discovered that there was an incident at reception. A well-dressed man with the provided name David Stonewall claimed to be the head of Philax Security and demanded to be connected to the surveillance room. The first-year Penderson employee at reception allowed the request. Oh, rookie mistake. Upon conclusion of the call, the man immediately left the building through the front entrance. A transcription of the call is listed below under miscellaneous notes. Okay, so is that on the back, I'm guessing? We'll just finish this part. Security protocols. The door of the surveillance room auto-locks for 20 minutes and cannot be opened for the duration, enacted during the night of the incident at 8:21 p.m. So that was the remote trigger, right? Oh, no, wait, sorry. The surveillance room auto-locks. So this one is the storage area, and then they were physically assaulted, but before that, they were knocked out. They enacted automatic security protocols remotely. So I don't know if that's related to this. Anyways, all PHYLAX personnel evacuate all persons present in the building, not enact during the night of the incident. With guard Johnson unconscious in the surveillance room, there was no one to instruct evacuation via PA system. Okay, so Johnson is in the surveillance room unconscious. We mentioned Johnson here too, right? Johnson had been rendered unconscious potentially with a chemical dart in the surveillance room. Okay. All right, number 3, the interior door of the storage room auto locks for 20 minutes and cannot be opened for the duration. Enacted, but failed. The auto locking feature triggered appropriately, but the door to the storage room was open when triggered, resulting in a door that was locked but out of jam. Oh, I see. So the trigger can only lock it, but it can't close the door and then lock it, I guess. All right. I'm thinking there's maybe a lot of important information here. It's kind of a lot to kind of take in at the moment. So let's just keep going so I can get a clearer picture, like a bigger picture of everything. All right, miscellaneous notes. Here is the transcript. So call transcript from reception to surveillance room. So this is when the guy in a suit came, I guess, and requested to go there. So the call was made at 8:37 p.m. and it was for 18 seconds. Reception, almost over there, just a few more minutes. Surveillance, I know. Reception, they didn't evacuate. Should be able to slip into the crowd. Surveillance, I know, okay. Reception, I can't. Surveillance, I know. Oh, okay. So I don't think this is the receptionist speaking. So PHYLAX Security does not investigate and cannot comment upon active homicide investigations. Okay. So I guess we don't know who is talking in this transcript either. Okay. I think at this point I'm just gonna keep moving on because it's a lot of information to process so far. Maybe if I keep going, I'll know what to focus on. So we'll see. All right, now on to the dossiers. So we have 3 people, so 3 suspects, and then our victim. Let's start with Dolores Price, age 61, aliases Dee Maxwell, the Duchess, Mrs. Green, 5'6", black hair, brown eyes, from Philly. Criminal history, grifter, con artist, selling forged art, identity theft, failed counterfeit bonds operation. Her family was considered high society until father sent to prison for money laundering. Graduated from Drexel University with a degree in business management. Mother died in a car accident. Survivor of breast cancer twice. In remission since 2019. Oh, they have page numbers here. Maybe I should went in order. Oh, so okay. There's the back and front. All right. I thought 3 was like a little low. So there's way more suspects now. All right, let me see if I can find page 1. Oh, okay. So this is our one. Yeah, let's go in order. So our victim, Nikki Wagner, 25, alias Big Red, Oscar Meyer, Pete Thorne, 6'2", red hair, green eyes. He's from Bel Air, MD. Is that Maryland? MD is Maryland. Criminal history, petty theft, breaking and entering. Eats too much candy, likes to joke around, is smarter than he gives himself credit for. Convenience store hot dogs are his favorite food. Has an irrational fear of mayo. All right, on to our first suspect, but we already read another one. Sid Baker. Sydney Sid Baker, 36, alias Jamie Sweetum, Memphis, Jace Light. I'm wondering if the aliases will be important because someone might give away something in the transcript. 5'8", thin build, brown hair, often bleached or dyed blue and blue eyes. He's from Nashville. Numerous speeding violations, fraud, grand theft auto. So this must be the driver. Owns multiple cars, including a 1967 red Ford Mustang Fastback. Has an ex-wife named Teresa Turner and a daughter named Ivy. High school dropout, career criminal. All right. We read hers already, so let's go to the back. Loic, age 55, Sir Thomas Evans, Mike Taylor's, Jamie Opprington, Mordecai Scott's. I'm just going to skip the description from now. Hometown London born, was relocated to New York. Grifter, con artist, selling stolen goods, fencing, smuggling, impersonating gallery owners. Okay, so this is probably the guy in the suit. Old money. Grandfather self-proclaimed explorer and adventurer. Father squandered Loic's inheritance to finance expeditions around the world. Known to smoke expensive cherry tobacco cigarettes called Rave de Cherise, imported only from France. All right, let's move on. Teddy King. Theodore Teddy King, 65. Sammy Schindler, David Stonewall. He's white, lean, 6'0", gray hair, green eyes, sometimes wears a beard, wears glasses, but can also be seen with contacts. He's from San Fran. Former driver of a crew who stole jewels and art from various old money families in San Francisco in the late 1980s, recently released from prison. Wait, I thought they already have a driver. Father owned famous Italian restaurant frequented by well-known beatnik authors. Younger sister Mary lives in LA, has association with the Petrov Russian mafia, was once engaged to Zina Petrov, the daughter of Kingpin Peter Petrov. Okay, if there's anything about the Russian mafia I know who to turn to. Francesca Leone, 35. Letitia Gigi Frenchie, 6'1", black hair, hometown in Haiti, relocated to Boston. Passed arrest for assault, battery, and reckless driving. Skilled in hand-to-hand combat. So this is the muscle. Former professional bodybuilder, daughter named Ada, currently going through divorce with partner. All right. Adina Morita, 30, goes by Maria, Daisy, or Mrs. Martinez, 5'5", slender, light brown hair, brown eyes. She's from Santa Fe, New Mexico. Con artist connected with previous museum heist, though not enough evidence to convict. So she's a con artist, large family back in Santa Fe, no known criminals. Many of her family members are entertainers, including singers, musicians, and dancers. Often frequents musical theater events. Right? And that's it. So now we have an idea of who our suspects are, and we'll keep on going. So let's read this newspaper article next. Diamond death. Man found dead at auction house and 10 million diamond missing. A man identified by police as Nicholas Wagner was found dead last Friday, and a notorious diamond has gone missing from the storage vault of Penderson Auction House. According to authorities, Wagner appeared to have been in the process of stealing the multi-million-dollar Blue Star Dust diamond, which was set to go up for auction later that same night. Auction house employees discovered the body when they entered the storage vault to retrieve the Blue Stardust diamond. Our yearly luxury jewelry auction is always such a glamorous affair, said Penderson manager Tiago Esteves. We always make sure our elite patrons get the best of the best, including gourmet desserts and fine wine during the evening while they bid on priceless jewelry and gems. I should have taken it as a bad omen when the caterer spilled blueberry compote on one of our wealthiest patrons right before the 8:30 bidding was about to begin on our gorgeous Eternity Emerald and Diamond necklace. All right, so that seems kind of important, right? Because this could have been one of the people doing the heist, right? I'm just going to write 8:30 blueberry compote. Does this have to do with blew myself up? Lots of clues related to blue. Esteves? I'm just going to say Esteves. Esteves added, then our alarm suddenly went off and security guards were everywhere. Okay, so I think it did say around 8:30, right? During all the craziness, our priceless Blue Stardust diamond was stolen. In its place was a cheap blue cubic zirconia and a dead body. The Blue Stardust diamond, originally discovered in a volcanic crater by gentleman geologist Horace Townsend. Oh, there was a Townsend here. In 1992, is valued at over 10 million. It was not recovered from the scene of the crime, and its whereabouts have yet to be determined. While the diamond is still missing, police are searching for a culprit, though some witnesses attending the auction that night aren't certain the thief worked alone. We are truly devastated at what happened, but we're doing everything in our power to recover the diamond on behalf of the seller, Esteves said. If you have any information, contact the Chesapeake Bay Police Department. So that's where we are, Chesapeake Bay. In the back, I'm not sure it's related, but live like the gods at Pantheon. Okay, visit the Pantheon Casino. Let's see who's the Townsend guy. or someone goes by the alias Townsend, right? Oh no, it is Loic Townsend, but this is Horace Townsend. So grandfather, self-proclaimed explorer and adventurer. So it could have been his grandpa, because this was in 1992. So I'm just gonna make a note of that. I just put that Horace Townsend found the diamond, and it's possibly Loic's grandpa. Now, let's move on. I believe next we have all the transcripts. So first I'll make sure all the pages are in order. All right, so now it's in order. I'm not going to be saying the voice number. I'm just going to be reading what they say. It's going to be tiring if I had to read all that. Okay. Like I've been saying, this is a major job and we're going to use code names. Can we pick them? No. Can I pick mine? Stop it. Everyone has a copy and you've got to memorize it. 3 days. We're destroying everything before we go rabbit, tiger, donkey, bear, piglet, Christopher. Okay, so are those the code names to choose from? You're the kangaroo. Pipe down. I'm owl. I'm satisfied with the selections. I don't care. We have names. We have jobs. We have a plan. Learn it. Okay, so number 1 seems like the leader here. So I'm just going to make a note of 1 through 7, and then we know what some of them, what their code names are. So 1 is owl, but that's weird. Okay, so owl, but owl's not in this list. So rabbit, tiger, donkey, bear, piglet, Christopher might be a code. And number 7 is saying you're the kangaroo. But who's number 7 talking to? So we only know 1 says I'm owl. All right, so I guess we'll just keep going. But I should write down this list here. Originally, it made me think of like Winnie the Pooh or something because of Christopher Robin, and then Piglet. And then tiger is like Tigger, donkey is like Eeyore. There's a rabbit too, right? And then Winnie the Pooh would be the bear, right? All right, so next part here. Nice beads. Where'd you get them? Cruise ship, lost and found? Ooh, okay, so we know that number 2 doesn't own the beads. Maybe I'll just like write beads, and then now I know it's not number 2 because he's asking about it. Oh, 6, mind your business, scumbag. They're my kid's name. They're my kid's name? Jesus, you don't gotta leave it. It was just a joke. And the number 5 says, you shouldn't joke, sweetie. People don't like it. Ooh, sweetie. Who says sweetie? Usually it'd be someone older, and an older lady would say that, right? And then gotta lighten the mood around here, you know? Okay, so I guess this is assuming it's number 6's beads. So I didn't need to do this. And I forgot where the beads were found. Maybe I'll have to go back and track that. Okay, 2, gotta lighten the mood around here, you know? So 2 kind of seems like a easygoing person. Number 5, it doesn't inspire confidence. It makes you seem irresponsible, like little piggy over there. Ooh, who's the piggy? Piggy. So number 2 is not piggy. Do I have to make, you know what? I should have made like a chart because I'm probably going to do elimination. Okay, let's see if I can do this. But wait, we don't have the full list of code names. Maybe I'll just add it as I come across them. So like this, I'll write piggy, and then we know that number 2 is not piggy. And then we know number 1 is owl. I think I'll just write this. Okay. All right. Spending a lot of time on this already. Oh, actually, okay. So let's go back here. Can I pick my name? Stop it. You're the kangaroo. 7 could have been talking to 2. I don't know for sure, so I won't write that down yet. All right, where was I? So it doesn't seem like Little Piggy. Okay, the kid's all right. Seems good at his job. The kid's all right. So who are they calling this sweetie, this kid? But 5 is talking to 2. You shouldn't joke, sweetie. People don't like it. And then 2 says the kid's all right. Seems good at his job. Oh, the piggy, whoever the piggy is. And then 5 says he's not good on a team. I've worked with him before. He was showing off and almost got me killed. Okay, so we still don't know what voice they're talking about. Well, you're here now and you look all right to me. No, do not start. All right. I'm probably going to have to go through this a few times. And there is, backs to this. Is it a continuation or are these separate conversations? 4, I do need to say the numbers. 4, I don't like him. That's all I'm saying. He can be a little much, but you may be looking at the best safe cracker in the world. He's a genius. So we still don't know who they're talking about. And a dumb person. A dumb butt. He reminds me of a dumb butt genius I used to know. And then number 4, I was never that bad. And are you sure you're feeling up to this? What are they talking about? I was never that bad. 2019 is in my rear view. I'm fine. Stop asking. This is so confusing. It's not making any sense to me. So actually, we do know who voice number 1 is. It's the leader type person. So 2019 is in my rear view. So I don't know. Okay, I'm gonna have to start making profiles on each person as well, like facts that I'm finding out, right? So I don't know, something to do with 2019. Let's just keep going. Number 4, it's just, I know, but I'm good. I have been thinking about calling it quits though. 4, yeah, big score. If it turns out to be a big enough cut, you might never hear from me again. Can't say I like that, but if things go bad, I'm out. Can't go back. I know. We still don't know who they're talking about here as a safe cracker, but we know that number 4 is not the best safe cracker, nor is number 1. Oh my gosh, this is too much. Let's just keep going. Number 5, what's this? Are you trying to say I'm dramatic? Hold on. Let's see. Have we heard from 5 before? We have heard from 5 before. Doesn't inspire confidence. It makes you seem irresponsible like little piggy over there. This is one saying you shouldn't joke around. So what's this? Are you trying to say I'm dramatic? Number 1 is just something I thought you would like. You've done a lot for this job and I just wanted to thank you. Number 5, not that much. 1, embedding is a commitment and I appreciate it. 5, and I'll appreciate my cut, my darling. Of course. So this is talking like an old person. Embedding. So let's make a note of number 5. I don't know what embedding means. Actually, let me just take a look right now because there was only one old lady, right? Dolores Price is 61. She's a con artist. So yeah, I don't know. I don't know what betting is. All right, let's go on. Those will rot your teeth. So this is number 1 again. There's worse vices, right? Was your brother too good for my invitation? It's not like that. Okay, so number 7 has a brother. Oh wait, this must be our victim. But he would have put his name, right? Because he said that's the voice he would recognize. It's not like that. People don't usually say no to me. He said no thank you. He's trying to be more of a citizen lately. He wants to be safe. And what are you thinking? I'm thinking safes are for cracking and I want him to be happy. Good, that's good for everybody. Want one? So he is the safe cracker? Let me just double check that. Yeah, so he's petty theft, breaking and entering, eats too much candy. So yeah, that's what they're talking about. So he is the safe cracker. Don't know the code name, but let's just keep going. So next one, nope, diazepam won't do it. Oh, I forgot this was in another game too. I think it's to knock out people like chloroform, or I could be just completely wrong. So this is 4 and 6. So I don't think I have too much about them. 4 was talking to number 1 about number 1 retiring. Don't have much on 6. So 6 says it'll work. Christ, they're not having panic attacks. Yeah, Christ, what he said. On number 2. 4, shut up. Number 1, he's right. They have to stay down. It's got to be haloperidol. Haloperidol. Number 6, fine. Number 1, this needs to be smooth. I don't need you getting rough. Okay, you know what? I'm just going to keep reading that because I'm getting so caught up on all this. Yeah, we'll dig more into details later. We'll come back to this. If something's obvious, then I'll write it down. Okay, next. Number 3, have either of you seen my hand lens? I believe I had. 4, no. Oh well, right then. 3, it's quite humid here. Okay, so 3 has a hand lens. I don't know what you would need that for. And then 4 says, yup, to the humid comment. Offensively humid, I'd say. Yup, I'm sure the plants like it. Sure. But then you have to consider the bugs. And then 7, I wonder how they do it with no man bugs at all. And 4 says, what? No man bugs, like they are all over the place. But are you yanking our chain? My word, I'm afraid you're mistaken, you see. Oh, this is so hard to follow. You are stupider than I thought. Why she got you on this job? Then why are they called? You idiots. What is going on here? Okay, I'm just gonna keep going, man. Hey there, Piglet. Thought you might want to take a look at this. Pretty cool, huh? Cool, they stole 50 grand. What is this? Okay, so our victim is Piglet. So that goes back to here. Number 7 is Piggy. Cool, they stole 50 grand. What is this? It's from my first job almost 10 years ago. Yeah, okay. Okay, so number 2, 50 grand first job. I think we saw a 50 grand somewhere, didn't we? 10 years ago? 7, yeah, okay. I mean, it's good to keep track, after you get a few more jobs under your belt, you'll want to remember the start of your career. Let's keep going. So this is a continuation. I guess I'm not that sentimental. I don't cut out articles, but good for you, man. Yeah, cool. Oh, is it the article? Oh, so are they talking about this? No, wait, never mind. Yeah, never mind. So number 2 says, want me to tell you about it, Winnie, as there weren't, yeah? Winnie? Oh, Winnie the Pooh? Want me to tell you about it, Winnie was there? Well, Winnie was there, weren't ya? This is so hard because there's no punctuation or anything. Want me to tell you about it? Winnie was there, weren't ya? And then 6 says, I do not like you. Okay, so I think number 6 is Winnie. Winnie the Pooh, a bear, right? And then 7, no, that's okay. I was just saying for me, I get the gig, I do my job, and that's it. On to the next different strokes. Yeah, sure, cool. Okay. Next one, 5 says, hey there, honeybee, why the tears? And 6 says, I need this job to work. Is honeybee the same thing because Winnie the Pooh likes honey? They're not sticking to their code names. What's going on? Okay, I need this job to work. We all do. It's a big payday, comes with a lot of stress. I know. I need like 3 of these paydays. What? Why? Never mind. Got to stop getting personal. It will be fine. I'm fine. So number 6, some money problems. I mean, which one of these people doesn't have money problems? All right. And then the next section, keep it stirring. All right. Tiger drinks. You told me salad, sugar. I got the drinks. What? Number 2, grab me a Coke. Number 1, very classy. 2, I like Cokes. What's wrong with that? It's exactly what I expect from you. Tiger drinks. You told me salad. So number 5 is tiger. So I'm not just assuming because 5 says you told me salad, and then number 4 is like telling tiger to get the drinks, and then 6 says I got the drinks. Let's keep going. Number 3, you see, when enjoying a meal such as this one, or at least a meal that is aspiring to be more than it is, like this one, a nice Chardonnay or a Riesling would have been the proper choice. And then number 4, red would have been the proper choice, you pretentious turd, and this will be the best bolognese you've ever had. They're making dinner. And then number 5, what the Piglet, if it sticks, it's done. It's done. Yeah, so we know 7's Piglet already. All right, let's just keep going, man. Like I said, this is taking quite a long time. If I could have all of your attentions, please. Okay, so 3 is like talks very proper. Oh, this might be the guy in the suit. All right, if we could have your attentions, please. Thank you. I am very much looking forward to working with each of you. Blue Stardust is very special. Number 2, who's that? Number 3, what? 7, it's the Diamond Dum Dum. Oh, yeah, right. Yes, well, I suppose. I just want to say I appreciate your future efforts and look forward to. Number 4, here. Great. Can we stop with the speeches already? These 2 yahoos over here won't shut up and we need to focus. Number 1, yes. We should call it get rest, prepare yourselves, burning the plans before we go. Phones stay here. Okay, next one. Number 4, what's this about? You're making a mess. Hey, I do my job and this is part of it. Well, do it outside. You're getting grease all over my chair. Number 2, it's not your chair. I sit there. Take it outside. Geez, it takes tools to do my job, and you know what I'm talking about, Piglet. Wait. Oh, wait, let's see if number 7 responds. Yeah, okay. Okay, so number 2 needs tools, and then there's grease involved. So, you know what I'm talking about, Piglet. And then number 7 says, I guess I'm not that sentimental. I don't cut out. Oh, wait. Did I go backwards? I did go backwards. And number 7 says, sure. T says, yeah, we get our hands dirty unlike some others on this job. And then 4 says, shut up, Wonder Twins. Wonder Twins? And 2 replies, do you know how many jobs get messed up because of a flat? Ah, the driver. Okay. So number 2 is our driver. And then 4 says, just take it outside. What is Wonder Twins? Is one of the code names, is there twins in Winnie the Pooh? Okay, I don't know. Let's just keep going. 2, I did my job. Then where's the diamond and Mr. Piglet and your ear is bleeding? 2, it's nothing you should see. The guard I took out. Oh, so 2 might be our muscle here. Oh no, wait, I thought 2 was the driver. Do you know how many jobs get messed up because of a flat? Okay, I don't know. I have to put a question mark on driver now. Because would the driver be taking out guards? All right, let's start over. So 2 says I did my job. Then where is the diamond? So 2 was supposed to grab the diamond and Mr. Piglet and your ears bleeding. It's nothing, you should see the guard I took out. And then something went wrong. Number 1 says 2. A lot of things went wrong. Where the hell is Rabbit? Okay, so we know 2 is not Rabbit. 1, he's not coming back. Who set it off? 3, and where is the diamond? Who set it off? I don't know what that is. Someone set off a bomb? Number 1, I don't know. 6, my darts didn't work. Number 1, what? 2, my dart worked. 6, mine didn't. It just slowed them down and confused them a little. I had to get rough, but before I could knock out the second guard, he triggered the alarm. Number 1, what about Nicky? Oh, okay, so he just straight up says his name. And then 6 says, Piglet, I told him to follow me and I'd get him out, but he said he could still do it, so I left him. And then 2 says, you left him? Where the heck have you been? Is that blood? Is there back here? So no, number 2 is bleeding in the ear. Number 5, no, Blueberry. They held the kitchen staff for a bit. All good. Did we get it? Where's Rabbit and Piglet? Wait, okay. Number 5. Why is number 5? Okay, so 5 pops in and is like, where have you been? Is that blood? And 5 says, no, Blueberry. So that's the person who had the blueberry incident. 8:30 blueberry compote spill. And then he says, no Blueberry, where's Rabbit and Piglet? So we know that number 5 is not Rabbit. And we know who Piglet is. Number 1, not here. Number 5, what? 3, I passed Rabbit at reception. As I was leaving, he was on the phone. What on earth was he doing on the phone? And where's Diamond? Okay. Rabbit was on the phone. Do we know? We don't know who Rabbit is. All right, so I was on the phone and where's Diamond? Number 1, he was talking to me. And like I said, I don't know. Okay, talking to number 1, Owl. And then he used the word he, so it's a man. Number 2, we got to get out of here. If they got Piglet or Rabbit, we're made. And number 3, he is correct. This was not the pleasure I anticipated. Okay, so I can figure out who's Rabbit. Okay, lay low, no contact, we're on our own. Okay. So Rabbit's not in this conversation, so that means it's not 3. Oh, we know it's not 7, and we know it's not 1. So that makes either 4 or 6. Did we see a 4 or 6? We see a 6. My darts didn't work. And we don't see a 4. Okay. So number 4 is Rabbit. All right. I think that's good enough for now. Let's, so we know number 4 is missing at the end. And we know that the blueberry compote person is number 5. I think that we've got a good amount of information. So that's quite a bit. Hopefully it will come in handy and I'll know what to reference as we move forward. I'm hoping that wasn't too exhausting for you guys and that the editing helped. But let's move on. All right, we have our bidding thingy-majiggy. So it's number 201. Don't know if that's important, but let's read this. It says, hey, baby boy, careful. This is a live one. Or is it? Ha! Hold this for me until I get back. If you need to open it, here's a hint. Oh, he's talking about the box, right? Because he would always booby trap the boxes. It's the real world. Find the job and open some doors. Huh? It's the real world. Find the job and open some doors. Okay. And then we have 4, 3, 2, 1, 9, 8, 13, 8, 12, 98432 1. Okay. Initially, I am thinking these will spell out numbers. We can like eliminate some stuff. Like if this is 9, well, I mean, what other 4? Oh, it could be 4. I guess that's it, right? 4 or 9 or 5. 4, 5, or 9. Okay. Anyways, I don't want to solve it like that. The clue is right here. It's the real world. Find the job and open some doors. Okay. I mean, it could be related to this map, right? And let's just keep going because we probably need more info to solve it. Let's take a look at this. Is there anything on the back? Nope. So I'm not going to go into this too much because we don't really know anything aside from the storage room, which is where Nikki was found. High value item containment locker. This is the auction hall, and surveillance is right here. So I think those are the relevant points. Oh, and the back door. There are numbers here. Let me see. 4 would be... Where's 4? 1, 2, 3, 4. Auction hall. Are these going to draw out numbers actually? Maybe my hunch was wrong about it spelling. So if it's 4, 3, 4, 3, 2, 1. It makes a 1. Is it really that simple? Just no way it's that simple. 9, 8, 13, 8, 12. Oh, that does make a 3. 9, 8, 13, 8, 12. Right? You see the 3? Okay, maybe this is it. So we got 1, 3, and then 9, 8. Where's 4? 4, 9, 8, 4. 9, 8, 4, 3, 2, 1. 9, 8, 4, 3, 2, 1. Is that a 4? It's a weird 4. 9, 8, 4, 3, 2, 1. 9, 8, 4, 3, 2, 1. I guess my best guess is a 4. But they could have done it a lot better. Okay, this is probably not it, but I'm just going to try it anyways. We have 1, 3, 4. All right, yeah, that was way too simple. All right, it was worth a shot. Maybe the part about find the job and open some doors. Open some doors? You have to go through the doors? Like that. I don't know. Okay. That was worth a quick shot and it didn't work. Let me just make sure I put the right code. It's in the right place. Yeah, okay. I didn't think it would be that simple. All right, let's oh, wait. I forgot there's these coordinates here, like battleship. But we don't have anything else to tell us if it was the coordinates. All right, let's just keep going. The last bit of physical evidence is this brochure, or not brochure. What is it called? Like a program or pamphlet? It's just pamphlet. Okay, this must be the jewel, the blue one. So they had a pink perfection ring. I don't know if I'm gonna reading all this. There's this letter opener, a crown, a bracelet, a necklace, the Eternity Emerald. While they were presenting this, I think that's when the blueberry compote spill happens. And then the diamond. So I do want to read this one. The flawless 100-carat blue diamond is a much desired jewel that has been in the possession of some of the wealthiest families in Europe and the USA. The rare diamond has never been seen outside of private collector showings until now. Blue Stardust was originally discovered in a Brazilian volcano crater by gentleman adventurer Horace Townsend. This marks the first time a blue diamond of this distinction and rarity is available for auction. Auction time 9:15. So this one we have the auction time 8:30, but we kind of already knew that, I think from the newspaper, right? Okay, not sure if this really gave us any info. Is there something I'm missing here? The item number? Let me just read this one because I do see Russia here. Your friends will be green with envy when they see you wearing the Eternity Emerald and Diamond Necklace. Boast these teardrop emeralds framed with explosions of diamonds at your next dinner party. Previously owned by the royal family of Russia, the necklace was a favorite piece worn for special celebrations by the young daughter of Nicholas II of Russia, Anastasia. Have we seen that name before? It's not surprising that the necklace is highly sought out by historians and collectors alike. I'm not too sure. I think we just got to keep going here because we still have a bunch of digital evidence to go through. All right, so we have on our laptop here Nikki's Barcade, and there's a search bar here. Then scroll down, it says about. If you love arcade games from the 1980s and 1990s, you'll love Nikki's Barcade Bar. Bar owners Nikki and Vincent Wagner wanted to create a fun place where patrons 21 years old and over could drink tasty craft beers and original cocktails while playing their favorite arcade games. Nikki's Barcade includes not only arcade games, but also the largest selection of vintage pinball machines in the state. Nikki and Vincent hope you'll come by to relive that feeling of having a blast playing games and hanging out with friends at arcades. All right, that's Nikki here. Is this image important? Not too sure. The only thing I'm really thinking about right now is this clue, right? In the real world, find the job and open some doors. Find the job and open some doors. All right, well, there's another photo here. So they were taking a photo of each other. Location, contact, none of these are links. Hours, games, hot dog time. That was his favorite, yep. Let's keep going. Drink menu, over 25 craft beers. Bar food. All right, well, it says type Nikki 25 in the search bar. So let's do that. All right, autopsy and crime scene report. Very interesting. Okay, so it says date of autopsy, June 8th, time 2:30 p.m. Joseph Granger, authorized by Ralph Chesapeake Police. Okay, deceased adult male with 2 excessive blunt force trauma areas to head. Mechanisms of death is cerebral hemorrhage stemming from blunt force trauma as evidenced by a severe fracture across the back of the skull on the occipital bone and the right side of the temporal skull bone, struck in the back of the head. Or maybe it's the back and the right side. Those are the 2 strikes, right? So this is Nikki Wagner. Cause of death, cerebral hemorrhage, excessive bleeding in the brain. Severe blunt force from heavy rod-like object. Multiple impacts. Multiple impressions. One impact in particular resulted in a partial rounded impression that could have been generated by an incomplete strike from a circular edge. Incomplete. Approximate diameter of circular edge would be measured to be 1.7 centimeters. So maybe like the first hit wasn't hard enough and then they struck again. So it's homicide. No other conditions contributed to the death. Complete post-mortem examination was performed on the body and was identified by the brother. All right. External examination, well-nourished, blunt force injury to back and right side and side of skull, most likely cause of death. Inflammation, the tissue surrounds bruising, cranium suggests blunt force injury took place prior to death. Yep. Toxicology was nothing found. Okay, so it's definitely the strike. And we got some images here. Wait, why does this one say large fractures 5.2 centimeters? I thought earlier it said 1.7. Circular edge would be measured to be 1.7. So fractures from perimortem injury on occipital and right temporary skulls, large depressed fracture 5.2 centimeters on occipital bone. So the right side has a large fracture, 5.2 centimeters. Okay. Toxicology, blood sample test negative. Body was opened using Y incision. After initial incision, the scalp flap was reflected back to reveal the superficial muscle layer. It was punctured and swollen with blood. Fractures to be seen along the right temporal. Depressed fracture measuring 5.2 centimeters in diameter observed on bone, likely to cause brain hemorrhage. Okay, this is a very thorough report here, for a game at least. Stomach contains 20 grams of partially digested food that is consistent with roughly 4 hours before death. Okay, don't think that had to do anything with the death. Okay, everything else seems okay. Yeah, it seems everything else is fine. All right, so he was struck in the head. All right, let's see the next one. Crime scene report. So the other one was a incident report by the security team, right? So this is by the actual police. Property evidence, casualty, crime report. We have an address, the time of the report. Oh, it's only one page. Much easier to zoom in now. Okay, at 9:03, the police department received a phone call from Tiago, who reported he found an unresponsive, unidentified male who appeared to be deceased in a secure vault at the auction house. Emergency responders arrived at 9:10. They followed officers Penelope Croft and Samuel Bednars at 9:20. The unidentified male found lying on his back in a pool of blood near the center of the room, and emergency responders could not revive the male and was pronounced dead at 9:25. Exact time of death pending autopsy findings. Oh, did they give a time? That is actually very important. I should be starting like a timeline of things, right? So around 9:03, I think that we know when he found the body too, though, right? Officers were unable to take a preliminary statement from the reporting party, Tiago, as he was busy conducting crowd control. He, however, has been ruled out as a suspect. Multiple eyewitnesses accounted for his presence on the auction floor during the night. The canvas bag was also found next to the body, full of what appeared to be tools used to open the room's safe through illegitimate means. As none of the items within the bag appeared to have sustained blood spatter, it can be concluded that they had already been used and stored prior to the incident. An item that appeared to be a diamond was found in the safe at the time of the initial walkthrough. This was soon identified as cubic zirconia replica and several resident Penderson employees who happened to be present at the auction. A police consultant who specializes in high-value items has since confirmed that the diamond found on the scene is not, in fact, the legitimate item once housed in the safe. A small gold loop the size of a small earring was found near the body. Ooh. The golden loop was identified by Penderson employee as possibly a gold ringlet that could have fallen off of an antique decorative chainmail auction piece sold the week prior. Penderson would be making an appointment with the buyer to perform inspection. A walkthrough of the larger premises, once they were properly evacuated and cordoned off, revealed several other notable details. The storage room adjacent to the scene of the crime contained two groggy men employed as security guards by the Penderson. That's probably from the darts, right? The men were unconscious and sustained minor physical injuries. There were two empty dart casings discarded in the room and corresponding puncture wounds on the necks of each employee. Outside the exterior door, a third guard was found unconscious with a similar marking, or on his neck, no casing found. The surveillance room contained a fourth Penderson employee found conscious, bound, and gagged. There were empty dart casings collected that corresponded to neck wounds on the guard. The guard claims that everything was fine, and then he felt a sharp pin prick in his neck, and he passed out quickly at his post. He did not see his attacker. Oh, so someone was saying that their dart wasn't working, but this dart seemed to have worked on the guard in the, surveillance room. So it was somebody lying. This homicide investigation corresponds with and is connected to the investigation of first-degree theft, which occurred the same evening. All right, so that's it. I need to go back to the autopsy and make sure, was there a time of death here? Oh, day and time of death. Descendant expired at the crime scene approximately at 8:30. Okay, so I'll just take it as 8:30. All right, well, that was useful. So there is another site, which is the huntakiller site. I think it was in this manual. So let's go here next. Is this it? Player resources? Oh, I see. So this is just if you want hints. But I don't think I'm at that point yet. I might get there soon, but not yet. So that could be it. That could be all the pieces of evidence, right? We're going to have to slowly start piecing things together. But I think I do need to work on this code now. I think I'm going to take a look at the map again because it was so weird that I got numbers from it, right? This has to be it. So this is Nicky talking to his brother. And he's saying, find the job. So this is the job that Nicky's talking about. Open some doors. I mean, do I have to go through the doors or something to make a different shape? Okay, so if it's through the doors, these are all open, right? So that's still a 1. And then if we go 9, 8, but we go through the doors. So 9, oh, you would walk here, right? So it makes more of a curve. 13 is open, back, and then to 12. I see, so it does look more like a 3 when you go through the doors. So then the last one is probably the one that I got wrong. So if I do 9, 8, so it goes up like this. 4, wait, 9, 8, and then it goes down. 4, and then 3, 2, 1, straight down. So it looks like this, and it goes down. Unless you don't have to go down, and then it's like straight and then down. So that would be a 7. I mean, it's worth a shot. So let's try it. So we had 1, 3, 4 already. So we just need to change the last one to 7. It worked. Oh man, I was so close. Okay, so I actually got it. I knew it was this right away. I just didn't know how to take the doors clue, right? And open some doors. Anyways, now we can finally open this box. Is it gonna blow up in my face? Hopefully not. That'd be really funny if they had something blow up. I mean, not blow up, but like come out. Although, I don't know, because it shakes around so much. I don't think it would work. All right, here we go. Poof. I'm just kidding. What is this? Oh, it's like a... Oops. I don't know if that was supposed to fall out. Like a looking glass or magnifying glass? Oh, it's broken. Triplet 30x 21 millimeter. All right. And then there's this ring here. Or is it part of this? Did this break? Is it supposed to go in here? It seems like it fits in here. Oh, like that. Maybe that keeps it from falling out. Okay. I don't know. We're going to look at something through this. All right. Then we have a note. Bonnie Burton for medicine or something. Okay, patient's name looks like Jamie something. Address, I see 28. Like stereotypical doctor's writing, right? Oh, diazepam oral solution. So this was supposed to be for the darts or something. It was by Bonnie Burton. Prescription is void if more than one prescription is written per blank. Something to do with the drugs that didn't work. Then we have, oh, wow, I think this is going to go over the map. This looks kind of clear. Oh, that'll be fun to straighten out. Okay, well, we'll put this over the map. Very cool. So it gives us their plan. It's going to be so hard to just keep down. Okay, we have another newspaper clipping. We'll go through that. And, ooh, a code. Oh, Pantheon Casino. That was in the back of this newspaper. The first one we had. So, what's this? Anything in the back? Nope. There's something to help us with the code. Maybe we can look through that before we go to this map as well. I think that's it. There's nothing else. I didn't really show you guys the back, but I think it's not important to the case. We know Nicky loved his candy. Apparently he liked rock candy. First, let's try to read this. Downtown bank robbery ends in shooting. Suspects at large. Yesterday afternoon at 3 p.m., the Great Lake Union Bank was held up by 3 individuals wearing Halloween masks. Security footage showed 3 armed suspects as they rushed into Great Lake Union Bank on Main and Pearl Street and then stole approximately $50,000. Oh, okay, so do we know there was someone who had a previous job and they got $50,000? That was number 2, voice number 2. The bank's only security guard, Paul Goldmans, was hit over the head with a lug wrench that was left at the scene. So has a history of hitting people over the head. He was reportedly in stable condition. No one else was hurt among the 2 customers and 6 employees present at the time of the robbery. We were lucky that there weren't more injuries than Goldman's, Great Lake Union Bank manager Jasper Pierce told Metro Daily. We are, of course, angered by the robbery, but our employees' and customers' lives will always be more important to us than any amount of money. This is the latest in small bank heists that have plagued the state of Michigan this month. Great Lake Police have yet to release any additional information about suspects who are still at large. I have the utmost faith that the Great Lake Vice Squad will uncover the culprits and bring them to justice swiftly. Great Lake Police Chief Huey Ellingston told Metro Daily. We have plenty of witnesses to the crime, and we will be keeping a close eye on the marked bills that were stolen. Those robbers won't be free for long. Police are urging anyone with information about the robbery to contact them immediately. Okay, so don't know how that really helps us other than we kind of know who on this current heist could have been involved in this bank robbery. And in the back, guard saves kitten litter, something in a perfect rescue. Okay, I don't know if that's actually relevant. I'll keep that with the other newspaper and we'll just move on to this document. So, Pantheon Casino, dear valued slot club member, things are heating up at the Pantheon Casino. For this month only, you are invited to take part in our daily slot tournaments, and as a gift, you've been awarded $100 free slot cash. So, this is in Las Vegas, Nevada. Our jackpots are singing. Join us this month and experience our two newest games, Rodeo Roundup and Slidin' Sea Cruise. As always, our fine cuisine and thrilling nightlife are waiting for you. Are these supposed to be references to the other games? Because there was a rodeo one that also came out, and then the cruise one we actually played. Live like the gods at the Pantheon. All right, now let's see what this note says. Your lines of credit are straight done. So lines and straight are underlined. Since you like to count cards, count these and give us a call. Oh, it's going to be a phone number. So A01VL plus V. Lines of credit are straight. TVWM and NV. Where do we have number or letters? Is it on here? So there are letters here. Is it in this letter though? See, I can understand the count thing if it's saying to count these letters, but they cannot add up to more than 9, right? Because these have to be digits. Guessing an area code, 3 digits, and then 4 digits. Where do we see letters? So there's like here B, 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 right? And then I don't see A or O or I. Oh, I see. I think these refer to code names, right? O is owl. Oh, I do see O. T would be it's a tiger, rabbit, R. What was B? Bear? I forgot what D was. Okay, anyways, we will have to give that number a call. Let me see this map again. See, these go up to M, and there's a V. I don't think it has to do with the code names. Maybe I should use some tape. It's going to be really hard to keep this down. So my first thought is that it's in this letter. Your lines of credit are straight. So straight lines. Looking for straight lines. And that's it, right? We don't have anything else. Okay, I don't know. Let's just take a look at this for now. You guys might be able to see better than me. So a lot of this info is going to be from the transcript as well. So where does this start? I see a catering staff here, and there's a T, and that is Tiger, who had the blueberry incident. And that does remind me that I think that happened at 8:30, and that's the same time our victim was killed, right? So we can possibly rule out number 5, Tiger. Anyways, this person's path goes catering staff all the way to the kitchen, and it doesn't look like they would be with Nikki anyways. Nikki would be Piglet, so that's P. So P and B. B is bear. It says servers. Go here. Unlock. Oh, I see. So Tiger's supposed to unlock this door, this side door. They go in here. Piglet goes here. Switch with fake. So what is Bear doing this whole time? Bear is going here as well. Bear goes here. What is GRD? I don't know, but Bear goes here as well. It's the only other one who's in this room with Mickey or Nikki, sorry. And this is supposed to be the exit route. Who's D? Donkey. We never figured out who Donkey was. So then Piglet's here too. I'm supposed to escape. Where does D start? Let's see. Oh, D is here. Goes here. Disable the guard, I guess, in the back door. Okay, so we can go through the transcripts to see who's in the back door. I think that's it for D. We have Rabbit, Owl, and what's C again? Christopher. They go in through the front door, and Owl and Rabbit are here. Lift key. Okay, I think they're dealing with the guards here, and this is the surveillance room. MGR. What's MGR? Spill wine, stall bid. So they're supposed to spill wine, but why was it blueberry compote? Okay, well, C is responsible here, I guess, for spilling the wine, but C is Christopher. And we thought that Tiger was the one who did it. Wait a second. Okay, so now that's confusing me. Because if Tiger is part of catering staff and then goes here, unlocks, goes to the kitchen, and that's all we see of Tiger. We don't see anything else. Okay, I don't know. This is just pretty hard to read at this moment. You have to follow some other leads here. Because we do have this as well. Forget which voice was talking about this. So I guess now we're going to have to go back to those transcripts. So whoever was involved in the blueberry incident, I think they are safe. We can rule them out because that was around the same time. Let's see, was it in the newspaper? So yeah, it says, the caterer spilled blueberry compote on one of our wealthiest patrons right before the 8:30 bidding was about to begin on our gorgeous emerald and diamond necklace. So that was at 8:30. So whoever got the blueberry on them is innocent. Let's see where it was in here. So I guess this list was the list of all the code names. So we still don't know who's Bear, Donkey, or Christopher. All right, anyways, I wanted to see where the blueberry stuff was mentioned. Or actually, here's the diazepam. So this is diazepam oral solution. And then it says, nope, diazepam won't do it. And 6 says it'll work. And then 4 says they're not having panic attacks. And then 2 says, yeah, Christ, what he said. And then 4 said, shut up. And 1 says he's right. They have to stay down. It's got to be haloperidol. And then 6 says fine. Okay, so 6 must be the one who's getting the drugs. So now we know 6 is Jamie, right? Who's Jamie? Did we figure out who's 6? No, we don't know what code name. Who is Jamie? Jamie. It might be one of their aliases. Jamie Sweetum. Okay. Sid Baker. So now we know who number 6 is, which is interesting because... Oh, that's Bear. Okay, sorry. 6 is Winnie Honeybee. Has money problems. Why would they have money problems? Not too sure. I thought this was the driver. But now we know number 6 is Sid. I might have to be checking all these aliases again if they're mentioned anywhere. Is one of them Christopher? Do we know? Nope, none of them is Christopher. Now we know Bear is 6. So that leaves us with 2, 3. So what's 2? 2 is the one that had the previous job, the previous bank heist. And then 3, hand lens, talks properly, loves wine. Let's see. I'm thinking this is Tiger, the one who keeps saying like sweetie and, talks like an old person and is a woman. Okay, anyways, this seems like the guy who, speaks well, but he smokes expensive cherry tobacco. It doesn't say anything about wine. Then we got this guy, Teddy King. No, this is our muscle right here. And a con artist. Oh, I'm forgetting there's like some photos here that I can look at too. For example, she has a very distinctive tattoo She's holding some wine. The earrings. There was an earring found, right? Let me see these pictures again. Oh, he's wearing an earring here. Okay, so I wanted to find the blueberry stuff, right? Oh, I think it was in the end, right? Because they're like, what happened? And then everyone is freaking out. So 2 is, I did my job. 2 is, actually, we don't know who 2 is. And then where is the diamond and Mr. Piglet? And your ear is bleeding. So 2, it was supposed to be with Nikki and was supposed to retrieve the diamond. So that makes me think, oh, is that supposed to be Bear? Bear is number 6. Okay, we might be wrong about that. Why is your ears bleeding? It's nothing. You should see the guard I took out. So disable. So D. Oh, D. Donkey. We don't know who Donkey is yet. I see. So maybe Donkey. Yeah. At the end, Donkey goes here, disables this guard, and they're supposed to go with Piglet to come out. So maybe, yeah, number 2 is Donkey. Okay, so anyways, number 2 is saying I did my job, which was to just disable this guard. Oh, GRD is guard. I see. So they're taking out the guards here. Is it then where's the diamond and Mr. Piglet? And your ear is bleeding. It's nothing. You should see the guard I took out. And then 1 comes and says something went wrong. 2 says a lot of things went wrong. Where the heck is Rabbit? So Rabbit we also haven't placed, right? Oh no, we did. Rabbit is number 4, who was at the reception making the call to 1. Oh, and then 1 says he's not coming back. Who set it off? And then 3 comes, we don't know the code name, and says, and where is the diamond? 1 says, I don't know. 6 is the bear, says my darts didn't work. So bear was coming here and was supposed to take out these guards, but says my dart didn't work. So remember I was thinking earlier where in the police report from the digital document, the guards claimed that they were knocked out, right? Or it said the guards were knocked out. So why are they saying that the darts didn't work? And then 1 goes, what? But 2 says my dart worked. So 2 is, again, possibly the one who took out this guard over here. And then 6 comes and says, mine didn't. It just slowed them down and confused them a little. I had to get rough. But before I could knock out the second guard, he triggered the alarm. Okay. And then number 2, you left him. I think they're talking about, oh, what about Nikki? So they actually slips and says his name. And then 6 goes, Piglet, I told him to follow me and I'd get him out, but he said he could still do it. So I left him. And then 2 goes, you left him? So voice 6 is actually the last person we know who was with Mickey or Nikki. I always say Mickey. So then 1 goes, where the heck have you been? Is that blood? Oh, who's he talking to? Where the heck have you been? No, 5 comes here into the scene. Who is the tiger? Or we're guessing is a tiger. Blueberry, they held the kitchen staff for a bit. All good. Did we get it? Where's Rabbit and Piglet? So kitchen staff. So that would make sense because T here goes into the kitchen. Yeah, so that's fine. And then where's Rabbit and Piglet? Not here. What? So we know where Rabbit is. I passed Rabbit at reception. This is number 3. We don't know is yet. So I passed Rabbit at reception. I was leaving. He was on the phone. So that's the call we have. We have the document. And then 1 says he was talking to me. And like I said, I don't know. Don't know where the diamond is. 2 says we got to get out of here. If they got Piglet or Rabbit, we're made. And then 3 says we're correct. This is not the pleasure I anticipated. All right, so 6 says that the darts didn't work. And if this is the bear, then he was responsible for taking out these 2 guards. And that makes sense because were in the way of Piglet cracking the safe and getting the diamond. We have Rabbit here and Owl. They probably took out that guard. Bear, who took out these 2. And then the only other one who disables a guard is Donkey. So we're missing Donkey and who else? Christopher. Let's see what letters we're missing here. So there's R, there's an O. Oh, C. So C is supposed to come, spill wine and stall bid, and then leave. That's all C's job is. They don't have to deal with any guards, I guess, or taking out guards. So yeah, I think D is the one who took out a guard. And then That's number 2, which leaves number 3 as Chris. So there you go. So what do we know about number 3? We think he's the suit guy, but oh no, we also think that the suit guy is the one who went to the reception desk. That's the guy who's missing at the end, which is Rabbit. So Rabbit and Owl are at the reception on the phone. Let's go back to that call, the transcript. So it's on one of the first documents. So call transcript from reception to surveillance room. Oh, this is at 8:37. So this is in the reception and surveillance. So here and here, right? So this is 8:37, 7 minutes after the incident. So does this provide an alibi? It's 7 after 8:30. Would they have enough time to make it to the reception or into the surveillance room? So at the reception, almost over there, just a few more minutes, almost over there. Why would they say that? Surveillance says, I know. They didn't evacuate. Should be able to slip into the crowd. I know. Okay. Reception. I can't. Surveillance. I know. Reception. All right. So why does this guy at the reception not slip into the crowd or evacuate? Okay, I don't know. I might either need to figure out that phone number or just follow a different lead. What the heck is this for? Let's see what happens when I look through it. So when you look through it, it just makes things upside down. So am I supposed to look at something upside down? Let's see. Let's see this one. No. What would I need to look at upside down? Or is this supposed to be one of those, to inspect a diamond or something? And it has nothing to do with the game or puzzle. It's just a prop. I think at this point, I need to take a hint on, probably want a hint on this. Okay, so we're back on the site and we're supposed to enter the password. So we're in Homicide at the Heist. Okay, how to use hints and reveals. Let's see. Oh, we have hints for the voices too. Oh, the bracelet. It's kind of a hint in of itself. I totally forgot about the bracelet. I did write who it belongs to, right? Maybe I didn't. It said in the transcripts who it belongs to. 2 says, nice beads. Where'd you get them? The cruise ship, lost and found. And then 6 says, mind your business, scumbag. They're my kid's name. Oh, they're my kid's name. Okay, so number 6 owns these beads. And number 6 is supposedly Sid Baker. Oh, so we know the name of the kid, right? From the dossier. The daughter's name is Ivy. Okay, so they're my kid's name. Why would he say it like that? So does this sequence have anything to do with it? Ivy 141. Oh, wait a second. Okay, I think I just noticed the pattern. Let me see if this works. So I was just looking at this and thinking Ivy, and it had to do something with, I don't know, the lines. Like I is just 1, but then V would be 2, and then Y is just 2 lines as well. Anyways, maybe that's what this means. So your lines straight, so straight lines for each of these letters, and you count them. It's worth a shot, and I think that's why they have plus eventually, because you need to get to higher numbers. Okay, so if we do this, A would be 3, right? And we're thinking this is an area code. 0 has no straight lines, so it's 301. What area code is that? V has 2, L is 2, and V is 2, so that's 4. M has 1, 2, 3, 4, plus 2 is 6. Where did I leave off? T has 2, V has 2, W is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. All right. We have a number. Let's try this out. Make sure I have this right. I'm going to see.
You have one new message.
We are coming to collect Mr. Memphis. See you soon.
So this is Mr. Memphis's number. I think it said calling or something to reach out to Mr. Memphis. Let's try one more time.
You have one new message.
We are coming to collect Mr. Memphis. See you soon.
Okay, so it said Mr. Memphis. Now we just got to see whose alias was that. Oh, right there, Memphis. So that's also Sid Baker. Let's just make sure that no one else is named Memphis. I don't see it anywhere else. Okay, so presumably it is referring to Sid also. But what does that do? How does that help us? So Pantheon Casino, why would they leave this? Since you like to count cards, count these and give us a call. What does that mean? What does that mean? Is it the handwriting? Actually, maybe I was jumping the gun, right? I don't know. This is patient's name Jamie, but he uses the alias Jamie Sweetum. Does this look like an S? I don't know. The address is 28. Okay, I don't know. Why is everything pointing to this guy? Like, what's going on here? And what is the deal with this casino? And what's the deal with that number and that message? Wait, so does that call mean that he called this number or someone's trying to call the number to reach him? But okay. What does this have to do with the case? I don't understand. Let's start taking some hints here. We got the number. I don't know what else. The bracelet has a meaning to it. This is supposed to be the name. So we know the name's Ivy, but what does this bracelet have anything to do with? I'm not doing so well in this case. Warning, spoilers ahead if you have not opened the lockbox. Okay, so good thing we opened the lockbox. Since I am on the casino thing right now, maybe I'll take the first hint. But this might be what I already solved. Let's just see what these casino hints are. Yeah, how many digits are in a phone number? Letters are just symbols made up of curves and lines. Okay, so those don't count. I already solved that. Maybe we're gonna have to go through the bracelet meaning. So let's see the first one. Is this item referenced in any of the documents? Yes, it is referenced in the transcript. So we know it belongs to Sid Baker. Was this left at the scene of the crime? Maybe, okay, where's the intro letter? Because they talk about what all this evidence is, right? It says that the brother, Vincent, convinced the guy to get a hard copy of the security report, a bracelet found at the scene, a blueprint of the auction house, and a pamphlet. And he threw in a newspaper. So it just says found at the scene, but that doesn't mean anything. Everyone was there. It doesn't say where this was found. Okay, let's see these clues now. So yes is referenced. Let's see number 2. What significance could the beads have? I mean, if I knew that, I wouldn't be looking for a hint. So there's actually a clear one on this side. Not sure if you guys can see it. What significance does it have? Well, it says it's supposed to be the kid's name, Ivy. Okay, what's the third hint? How many beads are there and what could the color pattern represent? So there's 7 beads. And what could the color pattern represent? What? Oh, there was something in the very beginning, right? But it was blew myself up. Okay, I have no idea. We're just going to keep looking at some hints here. Maybe we can just confirm whether we have... Well, actually, I haven't tried to connect actual names to these voices, aside from Sid Baker. So one person I think I know, number 5, is her, Dolores Price. Well, there's only one hint for number 5. Did voice 5 reference food at any point? Yes, blueberries. But how does that help me tie the code name to the person? Okay, that's it. We're just gonna go down the line here. I think that the rabbit is the guy in the suit. So let's see number 4. Although I thought it was number 3 because number 3 speaks very elegantly. Does anyone refer to voice 4 as he or she? It's he. I even wrote that. So that doesn't narrow it down. Well, actually, does it? No, there's 2 guys left, right? If it's not Sid Baker, there's 2 guys left. Where might voice 4 not want to go back to? Oh, yeah. So this is it. Oh, can't say I like that, but if things go bad, I'm out. Can't go back. So maybe he just can't go back to prison. So was one of them in prison before? Let me see. Well, it's between this guy and this guy. Yeah, recently released from prison. Okay. So, wow. I don't know if I would have ever caught that. So number 4 is Teddy King, which makes sense because I definitely thought number 3 was this guy who was in a suit in this picture. But I guess Teddy King is the one who dressed up in a suit to the reception. So we're pretty sure that number 3 is Loic. Let's just go through this. Voice 3 seems to have a special connection to the blue Stardust diamond. Yeah, because his grandpa is the one who found it. Okay, so that is Loic. I don't know where we see that, right? Is that also in the transcript? Yeah, there was a point where they were talking about the diamond. Oh, okay. I mean, no, I don't know if it's really that significant or sticks out, but number 3 says, look forward to working with you, and blue Stardust is very special. So I think that's it. Okay. Let's just keep going through first my suspicions. So there's no way this one is about like she's known for hand combat, so she would be the one taking out guards. From here, Bear is the one here, so the only other one who would be taking out guards, I guess, is Donkey and the 50,000 job 10 years ago. Okay. Yeah, let's look up number 2 because we don't know who that is. Have you opened the lockbox? There are helpful clues inside. For number 2? Yeah, the news. Oh, does this actually give a clue? It just talked about a wrench. So wearing Halloween masks, 3 armed suspects, hit over the head with a lug wrench. I don't know. Let's go to number 2. What role on the crew could voice 2 have? I said like the muscle, right? Okay, I don't know. Wait, is that it? That's the only hint? Okay, well, who is our fearless leader here? Who's the one always talking to people? Let's just see number 1. Voice number 1 in the bug transcript seems to be leading the crew. Does anyone on the crew have that skill set? Okay, not her, I guess. Oh, so she has a degree in business management. Is that what they mean? Well, I guess, yeah, it's between these 2, right? They're entertainers. She loves music. So we're thinking number 1 is actually her, not who says like sweetie and all that stuff. But let's just see hint number 2. The year 2019, yeah, seems significant. I did write that. Was there something here? Oh, yeah. In remission since 2019. Okay, well, I should have connected that. Let me circle the ones that I know. So all that's left is Tiger and Donkey. Who's Christopher? Oh, 3, yeah, Christopher. Sorry. This Donkey. So between Donkey, I mean, I'm guessing it's her because she takes out a guy, or guard, I should say, which leaves Tiger, who's younger, 30. Okay, yeah. So of the 2, number 5 just goes to the catering place, gets blueberry on her, and then number 2 is the one who takes out a person. Francesca is good in hand-to-hand combat. She would probably be responsible for something like that. So let's say that's Francesca, and let's say the last one is Adina. Adele Mazine. All right, now that we know who's who, doesn't really help. I think I'm gonna have to call this again because I'm not sure. Well, we can either assume that Sid is calling this number or he's the one behind this number. Don't know what that would mean. Let me see his dossier again. Numerous speeding violations, fraud, grand theft auto, owns multiple cars, including a 1964 red Ford Mustang Fastback, has an ex-wife named Teresa Turner, and a daughter named Ivy. High school dropout, career criminal. I did notice too, remember he has the earring. And this, I have no idea what this is. Is there any more hints? Let's just read the rest of these. Make sure we got this. What is the significance about the beads to voice 6? It says it's his daughter's name. Don't know what else. Do any of the crew members have children? Yes, he has a daughter named Ivy. Does anyone refer to voice 7 as... Oh, this is 7. This is Nikki. We already know this. What role do they have? A safecracker. Yes, has a brother. Pretty much read everything. All right, so there's no more hints. Everything else is just the answers now. So a lot of stuff is pointing to Sid Baker, who is the bear and was the last person seen with Nikki. Claims that the darts didn't work, but it was on here. So it says Clara, blah, blah, blah. Empty dart casings collected, neck wounds. Guards claimed that everything was fine, and then he felt a sharp pinprick in his neck, and he passed out quickly at his post. So this is the surveillance room. Oh, that's surveillance room. Shoot, we're looking at the storage room. So let's see. Does it talk about that here? Walk through the larger premises. Once they were properly evacuated, revealed several other notable details. The storage room adjacent to the scene of the crime contained 2 groggy men employed as security guards. The men were unconscious and sustained minor physical injuries. There were 2 empty dart casings discarded in the room and corresponding puncture wounds. Okay. So it seems like they worked, but he says they didn't work. And what exactly does he say? Mine didn't. It just slowed them down and confused them a little. I had to get rough, but before I could knock out the second guard, he triggered the alarm. Okay, so, I mean, he's lying there, right? It's definitely not the case that they didn't work. Because they definitely worked. So why would he lie about that? Another thing I was wondering about was the other person who's missing, Rabbit. He's Teddy King. Is that the one who says he can't go back? Yeah, okay. So I think when he says, like, you know, I can't do it, I can't go, whatever, when he's at the reception desk, is because he doesn't want to go back to prison. So yeah, I don't think it was him. Okay, so let's just assume that this phone call between the reception and the, is it surveillance room? Yeah, surveillance. That happens between Rabbit and Owl. And that was at 8:37, I think. If they were there on that call at 8:37, I mean, we can kind of assume that they weren't around where the diamond was at that time. They weren't in the storage room at that time. The one person I don't know, who is Christopher, is that they're supposed to come here and spill wine and stall the bid. Did that ever happen? Because after that, like, I don't hear anything about Christopher. Also, in these calls, they never refer to Christopher at all. But he's number 3. So what does number 3 say at the end? So 2 says, I did my job. 3, then where's the diamond? 3 also says, and where's the diamond? So he's very concerned about the diamond because his grandpa is the one who found it. And then what else does he say? That's it. Oh, I passed Rabbit at reception. As I was leaving, he was on the phone, which makes sense because this is his route. And he would have passed by reception. And he saw Rabbit on the phone. So does that clear him? He is where he was so far. It's like, I have no idea about a motive. Why would anyone want Nikki dead? Unless it has to do with a brother. Okay, so we know the method. The method was 2 blows to the head with a round object or cylinder object. All right, let me read this. I'm looking at the instruction booklet. The method of the murder. Investigating this aspect will involve looking at clues found at the crime scene to try to determine exactly how Nikki died and which of the 6 suspects could have carried out the crime. So who could have had a round cylindrical object, I guess. And they didn't find it at the crime scene, right? They found a bag. It says right here. I don't know where it is, but basically they found a bag of tools, but nothing had blood on it. Oh, right here. Many items with the bag appeared to have sustained blood splatter. The reason why the killer attacked Nikki. Investigating this aspect will involve looking at Nikki's relationships with each suspect and discovering any sources of conflict or motivations to sabotage the heist that might have led to violence. Okay, so I think that's kind of what I should focus on then. The opportunity, the ability for the killer to have been at the scene of the crime. That one leads strongly to Sid Baker. Investigating this aspect will involve creating a timeline of the murder and comparing these times to the alibis of each suspect. Be careful, suspects might be lying about where they were at the time of Nikki's death. Try to find ways to verify or disprove their alibis with evidence. Okay, so if they're saying people can lie, the only one I'm worried about who's lying is Christopher, who's saying that he saw a rabbit at the reception. Tiger talks about the blueberry, and that was the incident. Okay, yeah, that's the first person we can clear, right? Because the blueberry incident happened at the time of death. That is confirmed in the newspaper, so we can clear Adina Morita. So Adina Morita is cleared. Tiger is cleared. So we think that Tiger is clear. If I'm going to take the call as an alibi, and there was a transcript recorded, and we have the timestamp, let's just say that clears owl and rabbit. Chris's only alibi is if what he says is true, that he saw a rabbit at the reception, which I guess you wouldn't know that unless you saw him there, right? Because I don't know if that was part of any plan. That would clear. And okay, well, 7 is our victim. So if that clears him, I'm just going to put a questionable clear there. That leaves us with Donkey, who is probably our prime suspect because even this was left at the scene of the crime, and Bear. So who's Bear? Oh, sorry, Bear is our prime suspect, not Donkey, Bear. Donkey is the muscle. Oh, okay, so the thing about Francesca is that she was involved in that bank heist where a wrench was used to also attack someone. So she has a history of attacking people. Now, what's her connection to Nikki? I have no idea. I want to see the solution to the beads then. I'm pretty sure I have all the voices confirmed, but might as well go through it. So voice 1, Dolores Price, codename Owl. That's correct. Voice 2, I should say it before I click it just to make sure I'm getting it. It's Francesca the donkey. Okay. So I got that wrong. Okay, so what was number 2? If you open the lockbox, there are helpful clues inside. What role on the clue could number 2 have? I see. That's why it's confusing me as I was just reading this, right? Because number 2 is talking about a tire or a flat. So they would be responsible for the car. And then that was what Sid Baker is actually. He's the driver. But what does the lockbox reveal? Because they were talking about this $50,000 job. So hold on. Oops, donkey is correct, but the name was wrong. This name was wrong. Why did I think it was? Oh, this is why, right? The beads. This kind of like changes a lot of stuff because I've been reading this all wrong. Okay, so in the transcript, nice beads. Where'd you get them? And then 6 says, mind your business, scumbag. They're my kid's name. So then I was thinking, okay, who has a kid? It mentions that he has a daughter named Ivy. Oh, okay. She also has a daughter named Ada. I see. That's what I missed. I think I just assumed there was only one that had the name, a daughter's name. And that's why I thought it was Sid, right? So that's where I messed up. So I've actually got these 2 switched, which just means that Francesca is my prime suspect now. Okay, let's make sure that's even correct, right? Okay, so we got donkey right. So number 3, we think is Christopher, and we think that's Loic. Yeah, Loic Townsend Christopher. 4 would be Rabbit, and that is Teddy King. Yep. 5, Adina Morita, Tiger. That leaves 6 as Francesca, the bear. And then 7 is Nikki. How does that change anything though, other than I just switched the people, right? It does change the name associated to the bracelet. So now instead of Ivy, I believe, or something, it's Ada. Kind of makes more sense too. So it's like ADA 141. I think, yeah, that just further confirms that this is her bracelet, Francesca's bracelet. Okay, so I mean, now she's my suspect now. And that makes way more sense now, because I was wondering why the donkey was out here as the getaway. But now that the donkey is Sid, who's the driver, that makes sense. He's the getaway. So let's read the last part again. All we have to see is if number 6 doesn't like Nikki. Okay, I don't know. Let's just confirm this bracelet. I think I got it now. Makes more sense. So the colored bead pattern 141 corresponds to the letters in the order they appear in the alphabet, and it's Ada. The locks combination, I think we got that right. I mean, we got it the correct way. The letter casino. So is this supposed to be the alibi for Sid? I don't know why it would be an alibi, but it mentions one of Sid's alias as Memphis. Again, I have no idea what that means, how that would clear him. Aside from that, he needed the job to work because he needed the money, and he wouldn't sabotage the job. Actually, Francesca's the one with money problems. Okay, my head's spinning, and I've been playing this for a while now. Let's just see what it says on the casino letter. Yeah, I got all this right. Okay, calling this number will provide you with a crucial clue that will help you uncover the identity of the killer. Why? There's no way it would just be like Memphis. Oh, that's the killer, right? It's very hard to understand. Just read this for the heck of it. Yeah, it's pretty much what I did. Oh, there's one more hint I can read. Well, actually, there's casino letter hints. Oh, I did read these, didn't I? All right. Let's see game finish hint. Hopefully it's not too crazy of a giveaway. When you are ready to accuse a suspect, send their name to Vincent using the messaging client. That's not a hint. Okay. I don't know. I would love to just like step away, think about this for a while, come back to it, but I don't have the time. So I know I'm missing something. Okay, so I just noticed something. When they're talking about the previous $50,000 job, number 2 says, want me to tell you about it, Winnie? Or want me to tell you about it? Winnie was there, weren't ya? So were they both involved in this gig? Oh, and I forgot here too. It just says, a well-dressed man with the provided name David Stonewall. That should have gave it away right away. Who uses David Stonewall? Yeah, that's Teddy King. So I could have just got that one right away. That all checks out. Also, let's see. So the guards in the storage room, what happened to them? Being struck with darts, but were not significantly affected. They were then physically assaulted and rendered unconscious. Before guard Rush was knocked out, they enacted automatic security protocols. See, so in this report, it kind of follows that the darts didn't work. All right, well, upon conclusion of the call, the man immediately left the building through the front entrance. Both of them, Donkey and Bear, have the opportunity to do something. I think I'm missing something very important. Okay, I took a moment to gather some of my thoughts, and I think I'm just going to go with my pick now. But I'll give you some information as to why I'm going to choose this person. So there's one thing I did forget about, and it was this small gold loop the size of a small earring that was found near the body. This is from the police report. And then we noticed earlier that Sid Baker wears a gold earring. And this photo was probably taken before the heist. And then the final thing is that his ear was bleeding. So at the end, when they're all like collecting each other, it's like, what happened? What's going on? So Sid, who's number 2, he says, I did my job. Then where's the diamond and Mr. Piglet? And your ear is bleeding. So it makes sense that his ear would be bleeding if his earring got pulled out during a little tussle, right? And he was only supposed to take out one guard, and he shouldn't even have been near the body. Inside the storage room. So if his earring was found inside the storage room, then he went in there when he wasn't supposed to be in there. Whereas Francesca, even though this was found at the crime scene, she was supposed to be there, and she did have to take out two guards. It was confirmed in this the security company's report that the two guards were not affected by the dart somehow, and she had to take them out. So that's when she could have lost her bracelet, I guess. But she does have an explanation as to why this would be in there. It was because she was supposed to be in there, whereas Sid Baker was not. Sid Baker also would have tools, right? Because he mentions in the transcript that he works with tools. And yeah, that is probably my strongest argument. He is within this vicinity, close enough to the scene where it happens. I did teeter back and forth between Sid and Francesca, but I think I'm just going to go with Sid now. Another thing too, one last thing is I did listen to the audio again, and I found out you can actually access it from the site, and I can hear it a little bit more clearly now. And it says here to collect Mr. Memphis. I think that's what it says. So someone is calling him to collect the diamond, and we know his alias is Memphis. And if that's true, I mean, this voicemail really kind of just gives it away, doesn't it? Let me just play it again. Oh, so it says, "We are coming to collect. We are coming to collect Mr. Memphis. See you soon." So I don't know. I don't know what that means. Is it just like he owed money? It sounded like a Russian mafia deal going on. He wasn't involved with the Russian mafia, was he? I don't know. Okay, let's just do it. So what do we do in Messenger here? That's not it. Okay, yeah, so we go to Nick's Arcade, right? And we message him here. So we do chat. Whoa, that's so small. "When you know who killed my brother, send me their name and I'll take care of the rest." Oh, okay. So let's do it. We got Sid. Just put Sid Baker. All right, here we go. Yes. You're right. It was Sid. Things have to... Whoa. What's going on? Things have to move fast. I'll get back to you. And then we got Detective Letter. "Detective, you were right. That scumbag Sid killed Nikki." All right, let's see if I got everything or I missed something. "That prescription showed that someone named Jamie got that weaker chemical which messed with Francesca's darts." Oh, but everybody used darts, didn't they? Okay, so I guess, yeah, he sabotaged it. "And that voicemail you heard was for someone named Memphis. Sid was the only person who used both those aliases. He needed money fast and he had a plan. But I wasn't sure until voice number 2 on the transcript was bragging about the newspaper article and how Nikki's autopsy showed an injury to the same size as a lug wrench." No, it was a cylindrical object. "Since he was assigned the codename Donkey, making him the getaway driver, Sid had access to the murder weapon." If it was just in the car? "And when I looked close enough at the photo of Sid on the dossier, I could see he wore an earring that looks like what was described in the crime scene report, placing him at the scene. That sealed it up for me." Yeah, that did seem to be like kind of a smoking gun, right? "I thought about tracking Sid down and doing something physical that would change both our lives. Instead, I found where he was hiding and sent his location to the cops with all the information you got me. I don't think he'll do well in prison, and he had the diamond on him still, so that got returned. Felt kind of good. As for the rest of that crew, they're all scattered. Adina Tiger was getting a blueberry stain at the time of the murder. Now she's running some small scams back in New Mexico. She's a good enough con woman to stay off the radar. The big bear has gone quiet. I haven't been able to track Francesca down. I hope things with her daughter turn out all right. That bracelet she dropped put her exiting the building at the time of the murder through the side entrance. I never knew where they found it. And what entrance would that be? Side door? Okay, I guess I missed that. If I ever find her, I'll let you know and you can give her the bracelet back. Dolores, using the codename Owl, was stuck in a surveillance room, and before she could get out, Teddy, aka Rabbit, gave her a call from the reception. I thought those two would be together, but it looks like Dolores flew north to Canada and Teddy is bouncing around Mexico. Maybe they'll retire together. And then Loic. I thought with his family history, he was trying to get the diamond for himself, and maybe he was too. But at the time of the murder, he left through reception, seeing Teddy on his way out. Yeah, I did see the report that they saw him walk out the front door. Now Sir Christopher is riding the rails around Europe, posing as a distant cousin of the royal family. I'm working on getting Nikki's barcade up and running, but I started thinking I could do what you do too. I'm going to start solving crimes instead of committing them, and I'll help those people who can't go to the cops, the good ones. They need someone too. Thanks again for your help. I owe you one. Vincent. So that'll do it for the case. I solved it. I actually did better than I thought. With these kinds of games, you never know, right? Because it's just all the information is there. You have to formulate everything yourself. There's no objectives or steps that kind of guide you. I think the hardest part for sure was this transcript. It's so hard to go through it and get whatever information you need from it. I had to go back and forth through it so many times. I think too, because sometimes I'm used to playing it on the computer and it's so easier to take notes and like mark it up. I didn't want to write on the physical documents. So yeah, maybe that would have made it easier, or if I brought like post-it notes or something. But yeah, I think I got the main points, right? And I got the right suspect. If you enjoyed it, give this video a like, subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. If you want to help support me, there's a link to buy me a coffee in the description, or there's a QR code somewhere over here. Every little bit helps for sure. Helps me buy these games or just equipment, helps me keep the channel going. So yeah, and if you're new to the channel, I love playing all types of murder mystery games, escape room games, anything that has puzzles in it. I hope that's what you enjoy. Again, this game was recommended, so if you have any recommendations, go ahead and leave a comment down below, and I hope to see you in the next video.